Hey everybody, this is Gramajo and you're listening to the Gramajo Pinchos podcast, episode 1, a podcast for degens, creators, and anyone involved in the Web3 space. On today's episode, I'll be interviewing Aldover Eth, who is a true degen in the Web3 space. He got started with NBA Topshot in early 2021 and has been expanding his presence and impact ever since, especially in the Tesla space. Remember to subscribe to this podcast, to check out my weekly newsletter, and let me know if there's anyone you would like to see on this show in the future or in my newsletter as well. Thanks.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, who you are.
All right. Man, I've never actually introduced myself. It's like a job interview.
Yeah, degen job interview.
Degen job interview. Did I get the job? Let's find out. All right, let's start without doxing myself too much. I live in California. I'm in my 30s. I've always been into computer gaming and tabletop games. I play a lot of Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and all that.
Nice.
And then on the computer, I would just play everything. Like I was early into Diablo, and then I went into Warcraft RTS games, and then World of Warcraft. So I was just always a huge gamer.
Do you still game?
Not as much anymore because I'm adulting now.
Yeah, it's harder once you get older.
Yeah, so now I play like Hearthstone once in a while just because it's nice and easy and lazy.
Yeah. Do you still collect Pokemon or Magic or anything of that?
No, I still have accounts though for like Magic the Gathering online. I used to play that a lot, so I had a bunch of cards there. But physical cards, they're all gone since I moved from the East Coast to the West Coast. They're actually still over there and probably in the basement somewhere, rotting and getting value at the same time.
Seriously. Is that how you ended up getting into NFTs? Just from, as it seems, if there was a Venn diagram out there in the world of like Pokemon, Magic, sneakerheads, and whatever other
exactly. Just
denim collectors.
Degening from one collection to another. Actually, my wife and I actually got into sneaker collecting for a little bit just because we saw how lucrative it was to just snipe things on sneakers app.
Yeah.
And just like getting Yeezys on retail. But that didn't last very long because it's so hard to procure anything.
Yeah, it's also, unless you're like botting it, it is hard to secure things. And then also just like the amount of capital too, if you want to make it big.
Exactly. So just a little bit side money at the time.
Nice.
But yeah, so just heavy into playing games and the whole digital aspect of collecting things when you played like Diablo 2 and World of Warcraft. I guess that just resonated with me and stuck with me. And once you got to the NFT space, it's basically the same thing, but you're throwing bucks out instead of digital money, right?
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about moving your collection across the country.
Yeah, it's just all the space. Like, all these shoes take up so much fucking space.
Agreed. No, agreed, man. Because like sneakerheads, they want it like in... Some of them want the box because I think like the box makes it so they feel like it's more authentic.
Right.
Yeah, and those boxes are not small.
Not at all. You just wrap those shoes in foil and then send them out. So my educational background was in business, but I actually got a job as a help desk and then computer desktop support when I started working full time. So it's just interesting because I've always been into business and stuff in school, but all my jobs were related to technology.
Yeah, it's funny. I'd say like how, especially like in tech, like how you could not intend, like your goal or your intention isn't to be in tech, and then somehow you end up in it.
Yeah, it just encapsulates everything. But I guess a lot of that is because we're in the Silicon Valley.
True, exactly. Yeah. Do you feel like that technical background helps you a little bit with understanding some of
the
like
tech
blockchain or like the tech behind the scenes almost?
You think you know things, but you really don't. It's just too much out there. I feel like I'm a huge retard when it comes to this stuff, even though I've been working in tech all my life.
I think maybe it helps with understanding at least the basic concepts of like blockchain.
I don't know what the merge is all about. People keep talking about the merge, and all I see is Vitalik Van Buren with a boner.
Yeah. We're all long on ETH, as they say.
Yep. Exactly.
So What do you enjoy the most about kind of the Web3 or NFT space or crypto as a whole?
It's pretty cool, but when I first got into it, it was from a coworker touting how cool NBA Topshot was. And I had no idea what an NFT was at the time. The hell is this? You're just buying GIFs of basketball player highlights online. Mm-hmm. But then he started showing me like how lucrative it was, like LeBron James moments selling for $30,000, $40,000. I was like, "Whoa, that's really cool." And then he just like made that distinction that it's like you're owning a basketball card, but it's just online, so you don't have the physical card, but it still shows that you own it, right? So I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. I may as well start collecting them. So I aped the hell into Topshot, and that was back in March 2021. So like really early into NFTs.
Yeah, like
cool. But
yeah, early like in the 2021 wave, because there's definitely like some people that were in it, like, I guess late 2017.
That's true. I was actually buying Ethereum and Bitcoin back in 2017. Just never knew anything about NFTs at the time.
Yeah, NFTs it took me a while to make my way into NFTs. So I've been in the crypto space since like December 2012. I remember is when I bought my first Bitcoin, and even then, it took me a hot minute to buy and to even. I just thought it was like a scam for the longest time. I think is what it was.
But you still had Bitcoin in 2012?
Yeah, you get into these Bitcoin maxi echo chambers, and it's hard to snap out of there. Like I was also like not even. I remember hearing about Ethereum like really early on, and I just remember thinking like, why would I get rid of my Bitcoin for Ethereum? Like that sounds dumb.
Right. That's so back when it was like 20 cents.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it was actually 20 cents when I actually heard about it. I don't think I was that early on Ethereum, but it was definitely a lot cheaper. And yeah, it took a while for me I could grasp like how big of an ambition ETH was. It's pretty easy to say a forward-looking statement like that. We want to be X and not deliver on it.
But I skillfully bought the top when it did spike in 2017. So I was reeling because it dropped back down. It went to like $1,000. And I was like, all right, it's going to keep going up now.
Yeah.
And then I bought a bunch then. And then that's when it dropped from 1,000 back to $150.
Yeah, those drops will scare you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. I remember Bitcoin was like at 20 grand and dropped to 500 in the span of 6 weeks, that's why these bear markets, I think they don't faze me as much as, I mean, it still sucks. Don't get me wrong, it still sucks. And you try and time the bottom, the quote unquote bottom, but
I think right now it's going in tandem with the US equities bear market, which kind of sucks because then there's going to be no money to come back into crypto.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest non-PFP item in your collection?
I don't know. There's too many to name. So after getting out of Topshot, and that tanked so bad because I was buying at the peak then. And by the time I was out of Topshot, it was like July, August. And I found Ethereum, right? And then I found Ethereum NFTs. And I saw that those monkeys were so lucrative. But by then, I was already priced out. So the Bored Apes were like 12 to 15 ETH. So I just got in. I started buying random ass shit. I think the weirdest thing I bought on ETH was I started collecting Food Masku.
What's that?
I don't know if he's actually a PFP, but it's the dude who actually put food on his face.
Oh, you're going to have to send me a link of that. I'm going to have to see this. I'll include it in the notes too, because this is going to be hilarious.
And he was popular in the PFP space because they would always make PFPs out of his art, I would say. Let's see. Here's this. He actually made a PFP collection called Collectibles. This is the first thing that came up when I looked for him on OpenSea. Most of his collections on an Origin. We link that to you.
Let's look at this thing. Oh, interesting.
Look at that. He still has 98 total Ethereum in sales.
That's insane.
it was pretty interesting. So a lot of the PFPs during the P wave after the Bored Apes and him, he was like very active in the space. So he would mint these, and a lot of the PFP collections would actually have a tribute to him with a food mask PFP.
Yeah.
Like one-on-one. And then I would be like, oh, who is this guy? They keep making PFPs about him in these animal collections. I was like, oh, he actually mints his own. Maybe he'll catch some traction because it's unique and different, but it's just guy selling pictures of food on his face.
Yeah, this is dope though. I've actually never seen this.
That's funny. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're early into that stuff. And then when I got to Ethereum, that was after I got into a lot of failed animal projects and Ethereum. So I went to Tezos because there you could make a lot of mistakes for a lot cheaper.
Agreed. When did you get into Tezos then? So let's see. So you got into Topshot March. Maybe way over until August or something. So when did you get into Tezos?
July, August. So maybe August, September was my first Tezos one. And then Tezos was interesting because I was like, oh man, all this cool looking art for so cheap. So I was like, I'll just buy anything that I think looks cool. So the very first things I started buying on Tezos were copy mints.
Nice.
And I had no idea. So I got a lot of these really cool copy mints, and I found out that copy minting was like a shitty practice. You shouldn't do it. I was like, I just get to hold more NFTs if I do it this way.
That's hilarious.
So I got some pretty cool copy minted things. I was like, oh, let me find out who actually sold it because it got banned on Object. And then I find out they're like actually still Ethereum NFTs that just happened to get copy minted onto Tezos that looked really cool, which is a shame because I wish I was able to just own them.
Yeah. Yeah, copy minting. I swear that gets everyone.
Yeah. So that was this fancy Fatalite collection, which I actually found on Makerspace. But if you want to see the weirdest crap I bought on Tezos, I don't even know if I should tell you here.
I'm for it. No, I'm for it.
And I just thought, this is so freaking weird. I'm just going to buy it because it's a couple Tezos. And I've been spending $1,000 on ETH for like things I don't even know if I'm going to like later on. And this artist, if you would say it's an artist, made this weird stuff.
Yeah, this is interesting.
If you want to call it interesting. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, this is...
Can you even believe this kind of stuff exists without meeting me?
I think it... I don't know. It's almost like...
I think that's copy minted.
Is this like collage almost?
It's like animated collage work, right?
Yeah, like it's going for the vibe. I don't know. Like it's not that bad actually. Like it's... Yeah, it's actually not that bad.
A lot of the stuff TJO makes is called. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is actually not that bad. Same with
like, I'm going to buy it.
I might buy something. No, I'm just kidding.
The weed one's actually available, but he minted on his set Nunk, so you can't get it here unless you want Taya.
Dude, and none of them are for sale. Look at that.
Well, yeah, because they're minted so long ago, you actually have to go to a different platform.
Yeah, you got to go to Taya or something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, so that's what I'd say is my weirdest non-PFP mints for sure.
I can't even. I should actually probably look at my purchases and figure out what's my weirdest one. If I'm going to be asking these questions, I should definitely know that for myself.
Right? Yeah, you should show me what you got, and I'll show you what I have.
Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that one. I'll look in a bit and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Exactly. Let's see. Do you have any kind of tips or tools now? So I think you've been now in the space for at least over a year and a half now. Through some highs. Now we're in the bear, although some people refuse to believe it.
Well, oh no.
Do you have any any tips, any guidance, any tools that you use, or just anything just to help people get in the space when they hear this later on?
Oh, that's a good question. Don't do what I did. Don't fall into the hype. You actually have to make rational decisions for sure. So a lot of my early buying was based off of hype, and that never panned out at all. And the most lucrative trades or buys I made in this space were when people weren't actually buying into things, and it was stuff I genuinely liked and enjoyed. And it turns out that if you actually enjoy something, other people are going to enjoy it and want to buy it off you too at some point, right?
Yeah, it's funny how that works, right?
Seriously.
It is. No, that's serious. Like, I know like a lot of like people like that have been into NFTs for a while now, or just like the whales, they're always saying the things you like, or at least the group that we hang out with on Discord daily.
Yeah.
Like that's the first rule is buy what you like, and then someone else likes it, then it's good, and if not, then you're stuck with something at least you like.
Exactly. So that's the best advice, because Topshot, that portfolio is probably down 60 to 70%, if not more. All the early PFPs I bought, let's start naming them: Dope Shebas, Hype Hippos, Secret Society of Whales, et cetera, et cetera. They're like all going to zero. And then things I collected from artists I like, they just retain value.
Yeah. I'm now looking for what is the weirdest thing I've bought. Let's look.
And even though we didn't sell the alpha dog tags at the top, they're still more than we pay for them and still producing quality products every month.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Definitely. I forget who did it. Was it Tactical? Someone in the alpha dog group sold around 20. I don't think they were the highest, like at 25 or whatever.
This was a Start Something at 25, and he's an active in Absolutely Wrong's Discord too.
Yeah, and then I think they recently got in back again, like at 8 or 10.
That's crazy. Yeah, just using the money they sold at the top.
Yeah, they sold like close to like pretty damn close to the top, and then got back in at half the price. And I think they went off and bought like a doodle or something, if I'm remembering it correctly.
That's insane. Yeah, I think if we played it, we could have sold at the top, bought 3 Moonbirds, and then sold them at the top, and it made like 150.
Yeah, let's not remind me.
Yeah, it's fine. We're still plus.
Right. I am still looking to see what is the weirdest thing I bought.
So probably my favorite thing about NFTs right now, especially on Tezos, is just being able to collect them and connect with the artists that make them. So there's just a lot of really cool artists out there that are really down to earth and just make awesome things, and you can talk to them about it.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, especially, I don't know, Tezos is really cool. That's what I like about Tezos.
Yeah, and then those artists start paving their way, and then they go into Ethereum, but they're still the same people you were talking to, buying their work for $10.
Yeah, is that how early on did you find Absolutely Wrong?
Pretty early on. He only had, I would say, 8 NFTs total minted on Object at the time. And then I decided I was just going to collect all of them.
That's epic, man.
I met him, and then he saw me sweep his floor, and he started talking to me. I was like, I really like your collection and your art. And he was like, yeah. He just having fun with it at the time. But then he got really popular, just minting more and more.
Yeah,
that happened with quite a handful of artists.
Yeah, I know. I realized at some point that we were like in the same Tezos sphere with people.
Yeah. Circle the same. I found all the same glitch artists, and then they just all started coming up from the same group as Absolutely Wrong, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was all organic and together. All right. I don't know if this is the weirdest thing I've bought, but I'll share something that I bought. Nah, I'll go for the duck. I have a thing about ducks for some reason. So here is a duck. I got started really late into NFTs, so I got into like NFTs like the first week of October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this one of your first ones minted?
No, it's one of the first ones I purchased, essentially.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, like really early on. I think I bought this. The first thing I definitely bought was, especially on Tezos, I think, was the Jack from Tesla Cruise. Yeah, so that was the one that got me onto the Tezos and made me into the Tezos Maxi almost.
That was the first thing I paper-handed.
The Jack?
Yes. I bought 3 of them at 12 Tezos. And then they started shooting up to 60, 70, 80. And I started wanting to buy other things. So I was like, okay, it's already a 6X, 7X. So I just sold them then.
Hey, nothing wrong with taking money, man. But for sure, we all messed up because Rain has like over 100.
Yeah, you're just supposed to stay long on some people. Yeah, I paper handed some Zancan too.
Oh, no way.
It wasn't anything too big. It was a 100 edition, but I bought it for 60 and then it went up to 500.
Oh, man. Yeah, we can't live life with too much regret. You made money on the Jack. The Jack's been good for a lot of us.
I never had an incredible like Discord and Twitter raffle luck lately, so it helps to fund the degeneracy.
Yeah, and you just won something recently too, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a one heart U super rare, actually.
And that's a 1 of 1, or
Yeah, it was one of one that she never sold, and then the Twitter contest was what's the most hypocritical thing you've ever done. So, like a true degen, I said the most hypocritical thing I said was joining this contest because I think this artist is cool, just so I could win a 1-1 in their art.
Oh my god, I love it.
And she said I won because I made her laugh the most.
I think that's hysterical, man. I think the one that cracked me up was definitely the shitcoin. The shitcoin was like genius marketing.
Oh, that was awesome. I helped AW come up with that, actually.
Yeah, that was way too much fun almost, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That was like
dangerous. I told him we should keep doing things like that, but he's just been so busy. As soon as he can start doing the full-time NFT degen stuff, we can come up with a lot more things.
Yeah. He got into super rare, so
yeah, that's awesome.
Hopefully things take off or it starts becoming more viable. Although I should buy a 1 of 1 first before that happens.
I know, right? I don't even have any. I've been supporting him for so long.
The only thing I have that's as close to a 1 of 1 is the funk.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Man.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool though that you got that.
I was pretty stoked, man.
Drunk.
I was pretty stoked. Yeah. I was trying super hard to get. Oh, I got him inverse. So the grunt is the one that's a 1 of 1 from AW. But yeah, I was trying so hard to get a funk for the hottest minute, and when Asa was I'm going to be doing an ETH project, it seemed like an easy thing for me. And then once I saw like the 1 of 1s too, I was like, oh damn! And I never get lucky in minting anything.
I know that was an insanely lucky pool.
Yeah, especially for someone that was like in his server. I don't know. It worked out pretty well.
It just all fell into place.
Yeah, it fell into place. Yeah, I think someone would have to offer me like a good amount of money because I'm trying to like it. I try not to switch too much, like my PFP on Twitter for whatever reason. And I'm really liking this one, and it's like pretty recognizable. Like I think
it's still Ethereum 1 of 1.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. It's crazy.
What are you gonna do with your heart?
I don't know. I was thinking maybe I should just sell it so I can bid on AW's super rare.
You're going towards a good cause, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty great because if you've been that bullish on AW for that early, then yeah, I think it makes sense.
NFTs aren't liquid, so even if I list it at the floor, it's probably going to still sit. But here is that heart.
Yeah, I want to see it actually. I don't think I saw it. I think I saw you won, but I don't think I actually saw it.
So it's the actual title of the heart is hypocrite because the contest was what's the most hypocritical thing you've done.
Yo, this is a dope colorway too, though. I love like olive color.
And she's sending me the physical. So it'd be
sending you the physical too?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't know, man.
It's hard to part with one or the other now at that point.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for like. I get emotionally attacked. Like that's what I'm trying to work on this bear is like trying to become, because I'm not like this with stock. I used to be like when I first was getting into stocks, I used to be connected to it.
At least stocks, you can't actually stay connected. At some point, you just a number.
But I got to become like that with NFTs. This is dope though. I'm definitely including this in the links for everybody to see because this is really dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't think I was going to win it just because I just thought it the most crass, rude answer to her Twitter contest, but she just enjoyed the honesty, she said.
No,
Yeah,
sometimes that's like the best way, man. I think that makes the story even better almost.
yeah, I'll give you the tweets included too.
Yeah, I'll take it all, man. I'll include it in the show notes. Yeah, let's look at this. I know you posted it on Alpha Dog, so I saw part of it.
Yeah.
Dude, freaking nuts, man. I love it.
Hell yeah.
That's the way to do it. And there's a physical with it too. That's dope.
Yeah, that's really crazy. Oh, speaking of physicals, Louis Ponce is always sending physicals now with his multi-edition work, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, you got that crazy one, right?
Yeah, so I started collecting him pretty late on because he already had so many of his collection of fragmented existence pieces out. But by the time I collected one, it was like already number 17, I think. But I started following him ever since then, just because I think his art is like possibly one of the best artists in the entire space right now.
It's really good.
Yeah, and so
I wasn't too like. For me, it came out of. I'm sure he's had a huge following for a while, but for me, it came out of like left field. But when you posted it or someone in Alpha Dog did, I was like, oh man, this is dope.
Oh yeah, he actually wasn't that huge when I first found him, but he was already on edition number 16 of this collection. But then it just started getting bought up like crazy, and then like his floor just went from, I don't know, it's like the cheapest piece of any of his things that are under 40 edition to 700 Tezos.
It's not too bad.
And people are just working to complete the sets, this full set. But yeah, so I collected number 16 as my first one, and that was just when he listed it, and he actually had a bunch of people that were already on his whitelist or whatever. So I just had to buy it on secondary immediately. I mean, I guess he took notice because I bought 2 editions on secondary, even though they were like 3 or 4 times his listing price.
Yeah.
So he just reached out to me on Twitter and basically said, "Hey, thanks for buying." I said, "Yeah, I really like your work." And we just started talking since then. And then he made a Discord, so I joined that too.
And he's an Alpha Dog artist, right? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, so I actually connected him with Mondog and To Birds to see if he would do art for it. And then he said he was going to do it in the second year.
That's what's up.
Which is really cool, because at the time he wasn't even like blowing up that much until Cosmo started buying a bunch of his stuff on Super Rare.
Yeah. I just found one. I know you linked it right now. I'm just looking at it, man. There's some really great stuff in here.
Yeah, so that's his main collection of fragmenting existences. And then he started dropping some stuff on Foundation. And then he like immediately got onboarded onto Super Rare. And as soon as he got into Super Rare,
game over.
That's when Cosmo started buying all his art there. Actually, Cosmo was buying some of his stuff on Tezos already. So he was the first one to buy number 8, which is like the most popular one. Like way more than what anyone else was paying at the time for any of these pieces. And that just drew more and more attention.
This one's dope.
Yeah, it's probably like my favorite, but it's probably the most out of reach now. The last sale was 3,000 on it.
That's not too bad, man. There was one that I just saw with a floor of 11,000.
Oh yeah, that's because anytime they like completely sell out, I just list it for 10,000 if I have it.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. I need to start listing some stuff on Tezos for sure. This one's dope, though. It's just nuts. Like, you can get something like on FX Hash or a piece of someone for 10, 20 Tezos.
Oh, I know.
Next thing you know,
amazing.
like, it's 10,000 Tezos. And I know, like, obviously compare and relative to ETH, like, that's not, like, the same. I don't know, but that's a lot, man.
It is still a lot. Yeah, you're just multiplying your money 10, 20-fold.
Exactly. Wow, even
more,
but like 200%.
I don't know. When I got into Tezos, the coin was already like $4.50 a pop, so I was spending a lot more to get my Tez pieces.
Agreed. Same.
And then it shot up to $9, and I was still buying Tez to like mint more or buy more stuff. So I've had some.
I'm waiting for that Tezos bull run.
So like, now's the best time to just collect coins, but it's just too hard because we've been in the bear for so long.
Yeah. We got a while to go too, man. Especially after the inflation numbers that just came out.
You see, the only listing on this one is mine for 10,000.
Yeah, these are dope. I'm gonna have to look it up. All right, let's see.
So Lewis sent 2 physicals so far. Actually, he had 3 physical pieces that he sent. The first one was just acid print of one of his collection of fragmenting existences, and then he dropped an Ethereum edition where he sent one of those infinite objects, which is pretty awesome.
How much did the table sell for?
It was a super rare table that sold for, I don't remember, 30? No, it was like $60,000 at the time, I think.
Yeah, I remember like you posted it, and then I think at that point I was following him on Twitter already. That table's nuts.
It's insane.
That table's insane. Like, that thing is a work of art.
Let's see. He has a website, and I think that's where he posted it. Yeah, that thing is freaking ridiculous. He even had it like showcased in a studio on his website.
Yeah, this thing. Oh, this is dope. Yeah, this table's absolutely nuts. What's funny is I have those chairs.
Just get the table now.
Yeah, no, trust me, man. I was like, I already got the chairs. I was like, all I need is the table. And then I was like, oh, it's only 30 ETH.
Hey, that's pretty cheap considering the cost of ETH at the time you won it too.
Oh, I know, definitely. Yeah, because if ETH hits like 10 grand, then yeah, that table becomes really expensive. All right, let's see. All right, so Pinchos. I don't know if you know what Pinchos is, but Pinchos is bad.
Oh, I saw you. Yeah, so it's like snacks.
Yeah, it's like probably closer to tapas, but I think people would get angry if you would say tapas.
Spanish tapas are good.
Yeah, so with that, what is your favorite snack?
That's a good question. I'm a foodie, so there's too many to name. How about a really good charcuterie board?
Oh, you can never go wrong with a good charcuterie board.
Yeah, just something loaded up with a bunch of prosciutto. You have a lot of your good cheeses on there, like brie, camembert, smoked Gouda. Olives inside. Yeah, that'll probably be my go-to snack.
Do you go jams or no jams?
You can go jams. Not all the time. Just a little bit sweet on the sides. Okay. But you have so many salty things already.
Yeah. That's a good one. I like that charcuterie board.
All right. And if it wasn't that, like a finger snack, have you ever had salted egg fish skin?
No, but I do. I don't mind fish skin. It tastes actually really good.
All right. Well, there's this snack. You can probably get it at any Asian market around the Bay Area, but it's called salted egg fish skin. And once you have it, you're just never going to want any other snack again.
I'm going to have to look at the macros on this first before I buy it.
Yeah, no, you're screwed. It's just deep fried fish skin with salt on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this looks good. I love stuff like this. I bet, yeah. I'm sure I would love this.
Yeah. I usually find it at 99 Ranch.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what my favorite snack would be.
Oh, you don't even know? What's a gramajo?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I like PB&Js, man. Like a real good PB&J. I can eat that for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Yeah, but you're calling that a snack, though?
No, I know. So that's a staple. That's family. Let me think. I want to say chicharrones, but that's like way too.
That's fine. It's like the spicy kind.
Yeah, exactly, like the spicy kind. I don't know. I grew up eating. I'm sure you've seen this, but like mangonas, like chili sauce and stuff like that. Or
they got the frozen one at Costco too that we get sometimes. It's pretty bomb.
Oh, I have not. I don't think I've seen that one. Or if I have, I probably try and avoid it just to not buy it.
Yeah, I saw you starting to work out, or at least log your workouts.
Yeah, I'm trying to, man. I used to be super overweight, so I try and.
I see. Yeah, it's hard to keep that down. I think I'm trying to get overweight now. My wife and I got married last November, and I think I've gained 15 pounds since then.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's super tough.
It's almost a year, though, so that's like That's barely a pound a month.
Yeah, it's not. That's not even that bad at all.
That's messing. Yeah.
No, I think I used to be. So I did sports in high school, so I was like pretty fit, and then just college wrecked me hella bad. So it took a long time to get back down, and then now I'm actually like at my high school weight, and I'm trying to go back.
That's
down.
fair. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, so we'll get there slowly but surely. But yeah, as you become an adult and everything, like more and more. I'm not saying, I don't know, adult things just come up. Like you gotta,
hell yeah,
take care of family, take care of your wife. I don't know. There's just a whole bunch of stuff you gotta handle. So.
It's just the full-time work.
It is, man.
Yeah,
you just got promoted too, right? Not to
yeah,
you, but yeah. So I think you have more responsibilities now. Yeah, man, it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what other questions you got for your... How about some of my favorite artists in the space?
Yeah, let's give me that. What are you looking forward to? Why don't you give me your favorite artists in the space right now? And then why don't you give me, what are you looking forward to? So that's one of the segments I have in my newsletter is like something I'm looking forward to this week. It doesn't have to be this week for you, but like just in general, what are you looking forward to?
All right, some of my favorite, let's go with favorite lesser known. I guess AW is going to get pretty big because he just got a super rare.
Yeah.
Mr. Lakon, if you've never seen his work, he's really into animated PFPs and stuff.
I have a couple of early pieces from Mondog, actually. I don't know how I found Mondog super randomly, but yeah, that helped.
Yeah, so he's been really grinding, and everything he does is like really good character work. So I'm looking forward to see where he goes because I don't know, he can do a lot of like Lucrece-like art, but at the same time, it's his own style.
Yeah, agreed.
And there's just that huge swath of other glitch artists on Tez that are pretty cool, like Tack, Unbearable Knife, King Xerox. Outside of glitch, probably Maxwell Inked is really cool too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. On the Ethereum side, I really like Alpha Centauri Kid. But I don't know, he's massive already.
Huge. No, yeah, but it could be anyone now. Think of it like someone. It's funny because I feel like, so we obviously hang around the same kind of space right now, like me and you. But there's plenty of people that I like that maybe have heard of him. I don't know. Yeah. And they could be, I don't want to say whales, but they could be like big accounts. And they just, they're just in their own world of NFT that isn't similar to ours.
Yeah, that's true. There's just so many mega artists out there that we don't even talk about regularly.
Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, Alpha Centauri. Definitely hyped to burn my Max Payne. Got to figure out what color I'm going to go for. I think I'm going to go for the Alpha Dog Orange. I
like that yellow one that he showed today, too. I actually burned one of those before he even announced the burn.
You're like, I already know where we're going.
But it's not going to net me anything. I think it was just straight to the flames.
Yeah.
Because the burn itself is going to be an exchange website that he's setting up with Manifold.
Which is going to be really dope, actually.
Yeah. He gets them to do whatever he wants. It's pretty cool.
Agreed.
He's really close with the developer or the owner of Manifold, Richard, whatever his name is.
Yeah, and it helps all of us. It is a thing that we do.
Yeah, because they develop these tools around him that other people can use, which is really cool.
I think when we look back on, let's say next bull, like the tools, the onboarding aspect of it, that's what I think about. So I know you were talking about how you've been in tech and all that. So the things that I have to deal with in my real life from a job perspective is like change management, like global deployments of systems and all these crazy things. And so I think of like the end user experience constantly. And so when I look at just the NFT space, I think like part of the reason why I started, I think minting is just so I could become familiar with that process. And
what can I do?
And all that. Yeah. And then like, how do I fit into that equation and try and help the next wave of people as much? And I think with Act working with Manifold and stuff like that, I think I think by the time we get to the next bull, it's going to be great.
It's brilliant. Yeah. I always think of that same thing too. What can I do myself to get better in the space? So I've been just trying out all these different things from just learning Blender and Photoshop on my own just to see what I can make out there. And just looking at like Solidity contracts and how that dev work happens.
Yeah, exactly. Hey.
Yeah.
And then, so what other artists do you like, or what are you looking forward to in the general? You gonna buy a doodle now that they announced?
I was hoping they would get cheaper. And I would have Ethereum to buy it. Let's see who else. There's also Bongdo and TJ Hinos on Pez that I really like.
Yeah,
and
I'm
they're just
actually
like
on
on that
TJ. I'm actually on TJ's profile right now.
See, those guys are really cool, and they're just making art.
Yeah,
Bongdo's
what was that first one you said? Bongdo?
Yeah, have you ever seen Bongdo?
I don't.
He has
think
like
so.
the coolest vibes in his art. It's all his work is either like really chill, or he just came out with this new hostile collection, which is just like a more aggressive tone from what he already makes. Let's see if I can give you a link.
I appreciate that.
And his work's pretty cheap for right now still, so if you want to sweep him. So the stuff in the red black tones, red black and yellow tones, is his current collection that he's been dropping, which is hostile, which is a lot more aggressive and dark than what he usually makes, which is the other stuff in the purple, green, and blue, which I've been collecting a lot of.
Yeah. Good stuff, yeah.
Yeah. There's actually some PFPs. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm looking now at like my random profile, and the first thing, because it's been a while since I've collected on Tez, was Asa's Funker's Fortune token.
Oh yeah, the tokens for bidding on his funks. Mm-hmm. I got a bunch of those tokens. I've never won a funk in my life. I actually bid on the first 3 funks that ever dropped, but then I never went back to actually win one.
Yeah, you gotta get yourself a funk, man.
Yeah.
Although they're crazy now. Or they were okay for a bit. They dropped it to like 100 Tezos at some point.
Got a bunch of Tezos ready to buy the color one once when it was still available, and then somebody bought it. So I was like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, so anything you're looking forward to in the next couple of weeks?
When they actually figure out how to do NFT gaming correctly, I think that there's going to be something that really blows the market away, and that's what I'm looking forward to, is the first company that does NFT gaming.
Yeah.
Because everything else for NFT games, right, they come up with NFTs first, and then they try to build a game around it, which is completely asinine. It's never going to work.
100% agreed. Have you listened to, by any chance, Dave and Goose and their spaces that they do like on Mondays?
No, I don't actually listen to a lot of podcasts or spaces. So,
all right.
Where they,
yeah. So the reason why I bring it up is there's a guy in the Monster server. He's a moderator. He actually, good friend. Met him in real life a couple times now. KO or Kong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he.
I haven't followed on Twitter.
Yeah, so he works in the gaming industry. Yeah, or he used to, I think, without trying to dox him too crazy. But he was saying how, same thing you're saying, basically, like how all these P2E or like the games, they're thinking of the NFT first, like exactly like you said, versus game. And really, like, game development one is super hard. I remember like CD Projekt Red or whatever when they were doing The Witcher, like they announced it and then they were like, "We'll see you in like 3-4 years, Cyberpunk or something," and it takes time, like from what I can see, and you don't even get it right at launch. And then, yeah, you're right. Like they got to make it fun, or else what's the point of kind of no one's going to come play the game.
Still wait for Half-Life 3. Yeah. There's so many good games out there where if you just tacked NFT onto the game that already exists, it would have been a huge success. Like
exactly
World of Warcraft, Fortnite. If the assets there were just NFTs and they weren't, it would have been
Destiny.
insane. Yeah, see,
Destiny would have been dope.
I think that's what I'd be looking forward to the most in the space, and be able to get into it early enough where I'm not the one breaking my bank.
I feel that.
But actually, still, I'm excited for some PFPs. I actually bought a new chimper today.
Oh, you bought a chimper? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like chimpers. Chimpers is good. I still like 3-landers too.
Yeah, I know. And it's actually pretty low right now, isn't it?
Yeah, they're stupid low right now.
Yeah, I thought 3-landers could be the next doodle. Just because it looks like the next doodle.
Yeah, it's not too late. This bear is kind of weird. I feel like it's all over the place.
Yeah, so what PFPs are you still collecting now outside of 3-landers?
Yeah, I've just been focusing on... Mostly I've been focusing on getting... So for sure, like all the Alpha Dog pieces, still really think they're signing up with great artists and all that for year 2. And yeah, so I'm really digging that. And that's where I try and stick to it right now. Just
yeah, just because it's easy. We don't have to make any decisions. I really like that part about that.
Yeah, no, 100%, man, 100%. Yeah, just because right now I feel comfortable like with the assets that I've acquired when I thought we were not at the bottom, but like where we were. And so I'm personally stacking just money until I see where the market goes. Like I want to see if it goes a little bit further down and then I'll continue acquiring, or even if it goes up like $500, let's say, like I won't be angry with myself because, you know, even ETH at $2,100 is still good in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Versus $4,000. So I'm just waiting to see. I'm honestly in a hold and wait pattern for the most part. Mm-hmm. So I'm acquiring, like I'm building up my assets like on ETH, Bitcoin still. I'm trying to get some more ApeCoin. Still got my looks going. So I'm acquiring like the crypto, but not necessarily NFTs, unless it's like something. So like the new Lucrest, I got that randomly by listening. So yeah, so whenever it makes sense, I'll. NFTs. Yeah, so like whenever it makes sense, I'll bring money into the equation.
Like a Lucrece whitelist or something like that, right?
Yeah. Like the only one that's made me be like, damn, like maybe I should bring out some money for this is like a super rare from AW. I think that's like one that's on my radar. Because I actually don't own a single piece on super rare, which is nuts.
So yeah, I got my very first one. Was that Heart?
Yeah, that's a good one to start with, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think, yeah. And then as what I'm looking forward to, the 12-month reward announcement for Alpha Dog.
Yeah, same.
I'm going to keep badgering over that.
Yep. Until I get that's banned. One of my favorite things, man. It's just messing with the birds on that.
I know. That's why I bring it up, because I'm gonna leave this in here. I'm gonna leave this bit in here for sure. I think they know that. I think they know that we're just like messing around too.
I think we're getting close to guessing who it is though, because they just get more quiet.
Yeah. What's your guess then? If you had to put a guess on it.
Prediction: it could be Alpha Centauri Kid.
You think so?
Yeah, they got a lot more active on responding to his tweets, or just being more active on his Twitter or in his community.
This is how the conspiracy theory starts.
Yeah. So all right. I don't know. What are your predictions? Any?
You know, that actually, now that you say that, makes so much sense.
And very early on into Alpha Dog, when Mondog asked any artists that you would want to see on our lineups for the next 2 years, I just kept saying ACK. And then I didn't even know who he was at the time, so I had to show him all his Twitter information and his accounts and things he sold before. So I don't know if he reached out to him then and just kept pressuring him.
Oh, that's spicy. That's spicy. I like it a lot, actually.
Yeah, see?
Because I remember... Okay, and this could be like... I could be tripping, man. But I swear... Because I jokingly kept saying X copy for a hot minute. And then they were... I think they were alluding that they were like in the same... And I'm not trying to say that they're in the same genre. But they're similar-ish. And they were... Yeah. And they were hinting at like... They were hinting at some stuff. So I don't know. All right.
Yeah. And... I don't know. And Ak did do a collab with X Copy. That's what kind of sprung his career. So it's very interesting that because they have a really pretty close relationship.
Yeah.
Ak's most famous piece was a collab he started with with Xcopy, and then he just started making his own name since then.
Yeah. That is interesting. I would be happy, actually. That would be tough as hell, man.
Yeah, it would be sick.
A one of, even in that orange, too. Yeah. You know who I've been like looking forward to that came out of nowhere for me? Is Cardinal.
Oh yeah, he just started making things.
Yeah, like he just posted. I don't know. No, actually, was it? Oh yeah, he or she just posted this. The violent move.
Oh yeah, we don't know if it's she or he.
Yeah, so I just say he, she.
They. Yeah,
they.
Remember that day we were talking in the Alpha Dog chat, and I was showing the noise from Jack, and he's like, "What the hell is that?" He made his own noise.
That was freaking hysterical, man. That's why I kept tagging them, saying, "I need a Cardinal." It was almost like the Dave Chappelle skit on like someone called Job. I need to know how to feel about this. I literally wanted to be like someone called Cardinal. I need to know how to feel about this.
That was awesome
because that thread was freaking hysterical, man.
That made me die. And I still don't know how to feel about noise.
I know. I definitely need. If I'm actually like, I'm working on a project, and I'm for sure gonna run it through Cardinal and just be like, feedback, man. Just talk shit to me right now. Oh man.
Yeah, I've been messing around with Photoshop, and then every time I get stuck on something, I say, "Hey, AW, how do you do this?"
Oh, that's hilarious. Is AW is a he?
Yeah.
Okay, so has he been sharing a little bit?
Yeah, so once in a while he'll be like, "Oh, you just got to go into these settings and then set the frame rate or something like that."
That's cool, man. That's dope. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I actually gave him a good kickstart when we were doing the shitcoin stuff, so we've been pretty close since then.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, shitcoin's freaking. That server is hilarious, man. I love the energy that's in there for sure. It definitely fits my vibe for sure.
Yeah, we actually loaded a lot of things in the pipe, but he just hasn't gotten to it, so we'll see how that goes. Because you know how DeBirds is always touting how great Jake's Degen coin is for all the utility and all the other coins are. AW actually has a lot more ideas for his coin too.
Yeah. Oh, you know who else is who else is? I'm really enjoying the direction that they're going in now. Is East or Basky Ape.
Oh yeah, so she says hi once in a while in AW server too.
Yeah, she's definitely. I love the direction that she's going in now. Like really enjoying the new pieces. And definitely,
I have actually never collected any of the ape stuff.
Oh no way! You don't have a Basky Ape?
No, and I have 4 or 5 Baskunks.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I really like Basquiat like a lot, and that's I'm sure a very hipster thing to say. Like a lot of people, I'm sure say that. It's like Andy Warhol or something.
I like those cans of soup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. So I like Basquiat, and then I saw it wasn't like templatized. It was like very. I could tell it was like definitely hand drawn, and like there was effort into it.
Yeah.
So I just really liked it. I was definitely rocking it as a P for a hot minute. But I'm liking like the where it's going now. Like I'll link this one here.
I'm looking at the Basky Ape collection. The last time an ape sold was 3 months ago. Sad, but the floor's still like 350, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, I think people are just holding on. Yeah. I think let's see. I'll do this. First person to tweet me.
That's pretty cool.
I'll give them a picture of mine. There you go. So we'll see who's actually listening and watching.
Wait, this is live?
This is not live. This will just make it into the recording when I drop it. We'll see who makes it this far into the whole thing. Let's see if it happens. You'll be my witness. If someone tweets me with their Tesla, with their Tesla's address, I'll send them something. Oh man.
I actually have a bunch of Baskex too.
Oh my god, those are actually pretty good though. I like those.
Yeah, you can tell they're hand drawn. He posts him drawing them.
Oh, J Ram too. He's coming out with some crazy stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, J Ram's got some crazy stuff. Did you see the new one from today? Or like yesterday?
Not yet. He's hilarious too. He talks on Alpha Dog a bunch of us too.
Yeah. I don't think he or she doesn't understand my humor just yet. Or maybe they do now. I think maybe now they learned. Because someone came on the Ghost Discord, and it was after Janet had just announced like Dingling's creator, and the person was like, "Who's Dingling? And how did they get a whitelist or something?" Completely, like, you could tell that person had no idea like behind getting that piece, but the piece looked crazy. Obviously, I don't know if you've seen the creators, but it was hella funny because everyone's like, "You don't know who Dingling is?"
Oh my god, Dingling is the reason I got destroyed so much on Topshot.
Oh my god, I wouldn't doubt it, dude. Yeah,
He was going in and buying every number one of every single moment for like hundreds of thousands of dollars over asking. And then people were like, okay, then Topshot's gonna moon, right?
exactly. Yeah, no,
But
I think he still has it on his like Twitter profile. If I'm not mistaken.
yeah, it just turned out he had infinite money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, that creator looks insane. Do you have any ghosts?
Yeah, I only have the bronze tier. I'm not that fancy.
That's still something, right? Isn't it like 60?
Not anymore, dude. You can get them pretty cheap now, actually. I was actually thinking about getting. That's like the other one. I was thinking about getting another one of, but I was
so hard.
thinking of getting the lunar instead because I have a Gemini, which I'm not even a Gemini. I just really like the way it looks.
Was it just cheap at the time?
No, I still paid 3 ETH or something for it.
Oh god. All right.
Yeah, and I think you can get them for 1 right now.
Yeah, I can't follow all this ghost stuff. There's just so much rules and collecting.
There's a lot, man. There's so many projects out there. It's insane. It's hard to keep up.
Actually, Monsters follows the ghost stuff, right? The way Lucrece does his monsters with tiers.
Yeah. Monsters is like home base for me. It's for sure where I spend way too many hours. Same with Alpha Dog. Those are like the 2 servers I spend.
You still don't have your 1-of-1 monster yet?
No, man. One day. All I have is the crafter. It's like a 1 of 10.
Oh yeah, that was the one he dropped on Rareable when they went to Tez, right?
Yeah, I didn't get it on drop day.
It's dipped before though, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. There's not many yellow monsters.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a unique aspect of it. But I definitely want to. There's a couple like 1 of 5s that I got my eye on, but I think that's the goal. Like during this bear, I don't know, because I know Lucrece. He hasn't been running auctions, but if for some reason he does at some point during, hopefully before next March or April, then I think I'm gonna make a swing at it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go.
How about the pieces that give you the Life of Mon airdrops?
Oh, an icon.
Yeah,
I've been debating getting an icon. Yeah, that's a pretty good entry.
I really love those pieces too. They're just so funny.
They're all really good.
The icons are great, and then the Life of Mon airdrops have all been awesome.
100%. I've got all of them, and I really like them all. Yeah, I really like them all.
And then when Lakon had an icon, Mr. Lakon had an icon. His was really cool. So that was the time I thought maybe I should get in.
It's actually on sale, I think, right now.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me check.
Hit up Dave. Dave's the guy that has it, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I'm sure he's willing to work. He loves trading and wheeling and dealing. Yeah.
Actually, yes, I spoke to him one time before. It was pretty random. It was because I saw he got whitelist for hoppers. I said, "Are you going to buy the hoppers?" Because a lot of time PFPs were like not doing so well.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm just going to buy and sell some right away." I just bought and hold them instead.
I still have my hopper, dude. I have a badass hopper, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
like
pretty cool.
The legit hopper too. It's nuts, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it. I just
Stuck your collection.
Something from Asa. Looks like we got something for the grunks.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it could be. You think it's a burn?
Start something actually airdropped me a grunt because he got so many, which is really cool of him.
That's nice. Yeah, I have 20 grunks.
Oh, no wonder you got the 1-of-1.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find my profile.
Yeah, but I think the best move in the space is when I went to Tez and started diversifying the art rather than just buying the next zoo animal.
I agree. Yeah, I think it takes time to get to that realization.
Yeah, you got to get thickened skin and be down a lot first before you figure it out.
Yeah, let's see. Where is my hopper? Did I send it to my
So I
vault?
found your wallet.
I know. I have 3 wallets, so I'm trying to figure out which one it's in. Is it in my lukewarm wallet or is it in my vault?
And I'm looking at Jgramaho 4, but all I see is the Hopper airdrop where he's holding the bat.
Oh, yeah. Let me see. Where is it?
Oh, you have 2 pieces of noise anyway. Played.
I do, but apparently I needed 3 more
Yeah.
for the burn. Oh, there goes that.
I'll just sell them for 0.02 now.
That's true.
See, there you go. Don't get attached. Got you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I do appreciate
No problem.
that. Where is this thing? No, I got to show you now. I think it's pretty dope.
I'll find my hopper while you look for yours.
Yeah.
Show you mine if you show you yours.
Exactly. This is what happens when you have too many vaults or too many like squirrely places. Oh, here we go. I did send it to the vault. Good. Because there's no way I'll sell this. Hopper 7265.
Oh, that's pretty dope. Look at the earrings.
I know. Looking like a
What's
thug.
going on?
I love it. It's the
hopper
dragon
tag
wings.
and everything. Yeah, the dragon wings are dope. Even the wing has an earring that matches your earring. That's pretty
exactly.
Cool,
I really like this one for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah, he's blinged out. All right.
Yeah, let's see yours. Shock is hilarious, man. That foot licking emoji has been hysterical for me.
Yeah.
I know people are like, what's wrong with that guy? But it is hilarious.
I got one with dragon wings, but I think this is the one I like more.
I was trying to get Bad Bunny to get one for the while for a hot ass minute.
Yeah.
I kept tagging him. I was like, bro, you need a bunny. Get a hopper. Oh, this is actually really cool. I like this.
Yeah.
Like the dripping paint?
Spilled.
Yeah.
It's blood, man.
I like this actually. This is dope.
It's pretty cool with the backpack. It's just completely out of place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Shit. All right. I think I'm going to get going soon.
All right. Very good.
Thanks again, man. Appreciate this.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's going to take some time for me to chop it up. And then I got to figure out how to host it, where to host it. All right, man. See ya. Thanks again for doing this. Appreciate it.